All right, Mr. Larson, get over here. You can even set up the camera with one arm.
It's kind of
Welcome
weird.
back. Whoa, let me hold this. Yeah. Welcome back.
Right,
you know,
it
is. Yeah. It is. It's very interesting the impact you've had on people. The kids, the adults, and parents have just asked how you're feeling, and welcome back.
Well, it's good to be back, and I appreciate all the kind thoughts and words from everybody. We had fun reading all the little cards from the kids. My wife was, and my daughters and my son we were all chuckling all weekend getting to read, and I think they got a better appreciation for why I like coming to work every day.
It's a great perspective when you can come to work and laugh all day.
That's no doubt.
Well, let's get down to business. Enough of this sentimental stuff.
Right.
Meals for the Heartland. All right. So last year, the fifth grade decided to do that as their community service. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the building does some type of community service. I see it so worthwhile that I really feel like the whole building needs to do it. And what the vision is to do a community building within the building where they will package meals for Meals of the Heartland. It does cost, though, for them to come out. In fact, I'm meeting with them over conferences just to kind of visit about how much the cost is. We decided to get ahead of it a little bit, and so if you go in the library, we used to do like the penny wars, and that would be to buy books. Well, this year, Ms. Foxhoven has graciously said, you know what, use that money for Meals of the Heartland. So that's what we're going to do with that money. I'm pretty excited to see how much money we get and how many meals we can package.
So that'll be awesome, but if you have some spare change or a couple bucks, just toss it in there, and that's going to go to a really great cause. And sometime I think it's going to be in March-ish.
I think so.
Is when we're gonna have that, and it's going to be a lot of fun for all of our kids.
I think it'll be great. Women in Norwalk get the shout out, especially Jan Jensen and Grace Sullivan, who were
I know, and I think Miss Chittenden from Oviatt was up here
as
well.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. So thank you so much. You want to explain kind of what they did?
Yeah, so they have a clothing swap every year, and it's really great. So on Friday night, they collect clothes, just gently used clothes from the community, like a garage sale. And then on Saturday, people come in and get to, the sizes that fit them. So it's just kind of like, when you have a big family, you exchange your clothes, and they go to a great cause, and I think people end up really happy because, you get some new clothes out of it, and you feel good, and everyone's working together. I think that's synergized. That's a great use of Habit 6.
They are a great partner to Lakewood because they also bring some food for kids to put in backpacks on Friday. My gosh, I can't talk. I'm too wound up about you being back. And so if you want to participate in that, just get a hold of Miss Jensen. It is a great opportunity to just get some extra food for the weekend.
Yeah, it's good. Conferences this week, starting tonight. Couple things just on the timeliness of conferences.
It's really important that we keep our timeline. You always have one or two people that kind of go over that 20 minutes, and it is a tough conversation to say, hey, I've got to kick you out because other people are waiting. So just be respectful of each other's times. If you need to continue a conference, that's no problem, but we'll do it on another day. All right, so the bell will ring, your 20 minutes is up, and you should have gotten your report card with that proficiency letter. We have a lot to celebrate, but we are standards-based more this year, and just have the conversation of where do you see my child at the end of the year? I think that's the magic question, because that's what we're looking at, is that end target.
Well, and we talked about this, if you got the chance to listen to our podcast, we've been having a lot of fun in doing those, and I know that some people have enjoyed listening to them. But one thing we talked about is this Habit 3, begin with the end in mind. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Is really great when it comes to that this should be a journey throughout the whole year. You don't want your kid to be a finished product here in October. So when you're listening to some of these conferences, don't be discouraged if they're not necessarily meeting all the standards right now. That's where they should be.
I tell teachers, don't sugarcoat anything. Just use the data to guide your decisions, and just explain that to parents, and we'll work together to always get your kids better. One last thing is we're starting to have a problem. What you're doing is you're emailing the teacher instead of calling the office or emailing the office on attendance. The teacher then does not tell the office calls you to say where are your kids, and then that's wasting your time and our time and getting people upset. So if you can, with your child being gone, what would be awesome is if you would email the office and the teacher. So just tweak it a little bit. That would help us out a lot. So with that,
Don't forget, no school for students on Thursday and Friday this week, so just keep that in mind.
We have a lot to celebrate. We will enjoy seeing you at conferences. Enjoy your family. And I think go Cyclones.
Yeah, Cyclones look
Yes.
good. That's about all they have to celebrate this week around
Yeah,
here.
no kidding.
Go
Have a
Bears.
great week. Go Bears.
Have a good week.